Hello primary 5 students, how are you? Welcome to your science class. As now, we will study lesson 1 from concept 1, unit 4. As in this unit, we will talk about another topic in science, and it is very nice topic. As here in this concept, we will talk about the effects of gravity. And some information about gravity. Yes? Okay. So this is me, Shaimaa Hamdy, and you are watching the Big Sister channel. So let's start our lesson. As you see here, if you look at night to the sky, what do you see? Yes, you will see stars, moon. Those are celestial objects. Celestial objects, okay? Celestial objects like sun, moon, stars, okay? So we can observe the change in the shape of the moon along the month. Yes, as you see, the moon change its shape along the month. And the celestial objects like sun and stars gives us light, but the light comes from the sun can form shadows, okay? As the length of the shadow and its location depends on the direction of the sunlight, okay, that falls on the objects. As the direction of the sunlight is responsible for how the shadow appears, okay? Okay, this was a quick introduction for Unit 4, okay? And now we will start Concept 1, Effects of Gravity. Activity 1, okay? As we have learned that the gravity on Earth is a pulling force that pulls objects toward the Earth's surface. As the gravity is the force that pulls all objects toward what? Yes, Earth's surface. As it attracts objects toward Earth's surface, okay? So, is the Earth the only object that has a gravity force? What do you think? The answer is no. Gravity, it is a force of attraction between objects that have mass. So, the objects that have mass have a force of attraction, okay, which is gravity, as the moon, Earth, the sun. All of these are examples for objects that have gravity, okay, have attraction force. You see here, gravity of sun keeps the planets revolve in fixed orbits, as the planets go around the sun in a fixed paths. So this is the planets revolve in a fixed orbits. This path called orbit, okay? So the sun keeps the planets revolve in fixed orbits, okay? So this is about the gravity of sun. What about the gravity of Earth? We have an example here, the skydivers, as they fall toward the ground, toward the Earth's surface, okay? So this is the gravity of Earth. And here we have another example for the gravity of the moon as the tides, okay? How the tides are formed by the gravity of moon, as the gravity in the tides phenomena, yes, gravity of moon, as you see here, the gravity of moon affects the water levels in the oceans and causing what? Tides, yes, okay. So the gravity of the moon affects the ocean tides. The gravity of the moon affects the ocean tides, okay? As the water level of the ocean increases and decreases, okay? So as we know, that the gravity is a force of attraction between objects that have mass. So we will go now to activity 2. We'll talk about gravity, okay? As we have now examples for gravity of some objects, okay, toward the Earth's surface or toward the ground, okay? As we have here the first picture, when a girl falls down from the bike, so it falls toward the ground, okay? So this is gravity of Earth. Also, when we pour oil or any liquid, so the oil is poured toward the ground, okay? Also, we have here an example of the basketball player when he throws the ball in the air, so the ball will fall down toward the ground. So why this happens? Because of the effect of the gravity that pulls the ball toward the ground. So if we have here, give reasons for, in the basketball game, each time the ball is thrown in the air, it falls down toward the ground. Why? Due to the gravity that pulls the ball toward the ground. So this is the answer, due to the gravity that pulls the ball toward the ground. Here we have activity 3, which has a title, The Effect of Gravity on the Movement of Objects. Now we will see the effect of the gravity on the movement of objects. As the girl on the slide, as you see here, the gravity, the force of gravity pulls the girl, and as a result, she moves down the slide. Yes, so here the effect of the force of gravity on the girl's movement, because it's what it pulls the girl and she moves down the slide, okay? So imagine if there is no gravity. So what will happen? There would be no force pulls the girl, okay, downward, and she would not be held on the slide. So the girl will float in the air, okay? So if there is no gravity, what will happen? Yes, there would be no force pulls the girl downward, okay, toward the ground, and she would not be held on the slide, okay? Here, another example, the effect of gravity in revolving the moon around the Earth. What the meaning of revolving? As the moon goes around the Earth in a fixed orbit, okay? Okay, the effect of gravity, as the gravity pulls the moon, okay, and as a result, the moon still revolves in its orbit around the Earth, okay? So the moon still revolves in its orbit around the Earth because of the effect of the gravity, okay? But imagine if there is no gravity, okay? So what will happen if there is no gravity between moon and Earth? So the moon would just float off into space, okay? So the moon will float off into space. It will not revolve in a fixed path or orbit around the Earth. It will float off into the space, okay? So now we saw the effect of the gravity on objects, okay? With this point, we finished this lesson. Thank you for watching. See you next video, inshallah. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share my channel, and goodbye.